Welcome back, you beautiful people. This is Your Story's Not Over, You're Still Writing It with your host, me, Erin. I want to talk to you about something that registers home very well for me. A very hard lesson that I had to learn. And that is controlling your tongue. Ooh, yeah, I know. Controlling your tongue. Not only do you need to control your tongue, you also have to be willing to change the things inside of you. So let me explain to you. I have always tried to do good. I am the kind of person that when I have a devotion through and through. Wasn't quite sure what that meant. Heard it a couple of times. If I like something, I will go out of my way. Matter of fact, I am loyal to 3 different gas stations and will go out of my way for them. I am the person that when I do something, I do it all the way through. When I love a human, I love them for the fullest potential. I'm talking when I love somebody or I have a friend, I will literally, without obligation, walk through hell with that person. I will choose them time and time again. I'm a Taurus through and through. What I didn't understand is the power of the tongue. And I hope that it's not too late for some of you out there. Because you see, it does not matter how much good you do. It does not matter how much you are willing to sacrifice or how far you're willing to go for another human. If you can't keep that tongue in check, because when you get upset and you just let it fly, every bit of good you ever did gets overshadowed by the slice of the tongue. Did you hear that? Every bit of good that you do gets overshadowed by the slice of the tongue. What you say matters. How you say it matters. Now, I hear a lot of you saying, well, I was rightfully mad. Yeah, there was a lot of times I was too. It doesn't matter if you're rightfully mad. If you honestly care about a human being, put that tongue in check. Put it back in your mouth. Hold your words. Take it on the jaw. And you can even sit back and go, okay, stop, please. I am really feeling agitated and upset. I feel like it's an attack. If this is not an attack, can we please readdress this in a different manner? That allows them to understand that you are feeling attacked, because a lot of times, like we talked about, when loved ones are trying to push us, they don't do truth with honey because they are so close to us. And then that ends up hurting us and not helping us. So when you can hold your tongue and you can tell somebody, hey, I'm sorry, you're making me feel this way, instead of freaking out, cussing, saying things you're going to regret later in life, then you can have real open communication. Open communication is very important in any relationship, in any point in time in life. Whether you're talking to a coworker, whether you're at a doctor appointment talking to your doctor, whether you have a customer you're dealing with, or a loved one, or a family member, whatever the case might be, if you can learn to keep that tongue in check, not speak with anger, and understand that you can feel anger and not express it verbally so that your point gets across, you're going to go a lot farther. I'm telling everybody this in hopes that they don't end up where I am, almost 40 years old and divorced by the love of my life. I understand that neither one of us necessarily knew what we were doing when we were getting into a relationship, not fully. I understand that we both had to learn lessons. I understand that my lessons hurt a little more because I did have a sharp tongue. I understand that I have gone a long time not figuring out what was causing the chaos. How you speak matters. What you say to somebody matters. Your mannerisms matter. You want to get your point across in life? Make sure you do it with a soft tongue. Talk with grace. We've talked about how grace is soft. Talk with grace. No matter what emotion you're feeling, it'll get you heard, it'll get you seen, and it'll get you somewhere in life that you want to be. All right, y'all. That's all I got to say today. Remember, you're freaking awesome. Make today freaking awesome day. Peace out. Catch you next time on Your Story's Not Over. You're still writing it.